Hi, this is Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist, and I want to talk to you a little bit about soaking your grains. Many of you, the very first step you take in implementing traditional preparation of grains in your home is to soak breakfast porridge. And that is a great first step. It's very easy. The results are very, very visible immediately about the benefits of soaking your grain. You'll see immediately that when you eat soaked versus unsoaked oatmeal, you will eat a lot less of the soaked oatmeal and it will stay with you all the way to lunchtime versus eating unsoaked oatmeal where it only lasts about an hour and you're hungry again. Just this morning, for example, my children really wanted oatmeal for breakfast and I didn't soak any overnight because they haven't been eating that for breakfast lately. We weren't kind of in the groove of soaking oatmeal before I go to bed at night, but they really wanted oatmeal. It was a rainy day, it was kind of dark and cloudy, and I don't know what it is about those kind of days, but you just want soaked porridge for breakfast on those mornings. So I went ahead and I made a pot of unsoaked oatmeal for my children, which I rarely, if ever, do. I can't even remember the last time I did that. But of course, it was interesting to see the results. They ate their breakfast porridge and they were hungry less than an hour later. They ate another bowl of unsoaked oatmeal. And less than an hour later, they were hungry again. I had to make another pot of unsoaked oatmeal. So they ate 3 bowls of unsoaked oatmeal for breakfast. And this is despite the fact that I put plenty of butter in the oatmeal. So it should have been quite filling. But the difference when they eat their soaked oatmeal is that they eat 1 bowl and they're full till lunch. So you will see that when you first start to implement traditional preparation of grains in your home. But let me give you a tip, because those of you that are trying to soak your oatmeal are complaining that, oh, I just can't get used to that slightly sour taste of the soaked oatmeal. And as you know, if you've watched my video on how to soak your breakfast porridge, you use either yogurt, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, or liquid whey, 2 tablespoons per cup of soaked oats, as your acidic medium when you soak overnight to break down the phytic acid and other anti-nutrients to make the oatmeal very, very digestible and filling. But you're saying, you just can't quite get used to that sour flavor. So what I would suggest is that you start, when you're first starting to soak your oatmeal, just soak it in water for a few days. And then after a few days, just soak with a ½ teaspoon of whatever acidic medium you choose. And then after a few days, bump it up to a teaspoon, and so forth, all the way up to, after a couple of weeks, you can be all the way to using 2 tablespoons of yogurt, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, or liquid whey per cup of soaked oats, and you'll be there. That'll be your goal. And you'll be used to it after a period of time with a slow transition. So why don't you try that tip to get you kind of off and running with soaking your breakfast porridge, and that again is a great step in learning to prepare your grains properly, and you can move on from there to implementing other tasks in your traditional kitchen. This is Sarah, the Healthy Home Economist, and I'm wishing you all the best in the kitchen.